Rules of exponents, power to a power. So if you have several numbers or variables in parentheses and you're raising the whole thing to another power, you can just distribute the power. Same goes if you have a fraction inside of the parentheses and you're distributing a power, it will still distribute, it will still multiply each of those exponents. So let's do a couple of examples. So we have x to the fourth raised to the third power. Now you can rewrite this parenthesis times itself 3 times, x to the fourth, x to the fourth, x to the fourth. Then you can keep the base and add the powers. So you should end up with x to the 12th power. Or you can take the base to the exponent and you can multiply it by whatever you're distributing into it. So we get x to the 12th. And this is my solution, same as here. Here we have 10 to the 5 raised to the 4th power. So we can just take 10 to the power of 5 and we can distribute this 4. So we have 10 to the 20th. And this is my solution. Here we have to simplify negative 2 x to the 4th. Now I'm going to take this negative 2 and put it inside of the parentheses. And it has a power of 1. So we have negative 2 to the 1 x to the 4th. And we're going to distribute this exponent. Remember, exponents only work with exponents. So now we have negative 2 to the 3rd times x to the 4 times 3, 12. This becomes negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 x to the 12. Negative sign to an odd power should give us negative answer. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2, 8 x to the 12. And this is our solution. Here we have negative 2, and I'm going to put it inside of the parentheses. A5, B3. So we have negative 2 to the 1, A to the 5, B to the 3. Almost like distributing a coefficient. You want to copy what's inside of the parentheses. Then each of the powers gets whatever power you're distributing into it. So we have negative 2 to the 4th, A to the 20th, B to the 12th. Negative number to even power should give us positive answer, but if you're not sure, it's just faster to rewrite negative 2 times itself 4 times. It's still A20, B12. So negative, negative, positive times negative, negative times negative again. The whole answer will be positive. 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16. A to the 20, B to the 12. And this is our solution. Here we have to simplify 7x to the 5, y to the 8. If you see no powers, especially on plain numbers will not be displaying exponents. Just like you don't write out of 1 when you see a whole number, just add that placeholder. So we have 7, 1, x, 5, y, 8, and we are distributing this 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So now we have 7 to the 2nd, x to the 10, y to the 16. 7 times 7, 49, x 10, y 16. And this is our solution. Let's simplify x out of y to the 2nd raised to the 3rd power. 3 factors of these parentheses. We have x, 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 and denominator had y to the 2nd. Now we have x to the 1 plus 1 plus 1 out of y to the 2 plus 2 plus 2. So this whole thing becomes x to the 3 out of y to the 6. A faster way is, once again, we need to put placeholder of 1 over here. So we get x to the first out of y to the second. And we distribute this 3 as before. Each power gets multiplied by 3. And this will be x to the 3, y to the 6, which is our solution. Here we have x to the 5 out of 2 m to the 4th raised to the 4th power. Now, first step is to copy the inside, and this 2 will get a placeholder of 1 in the exponents. So we have x5 out of 2, 1, m, 4. I'm going to distribute this 4. Every power gets multiplied by 4. So now we have x20 out of 2 to the 4th, m to the 16. 2 to the 4th is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So this is 4 times 2 times 2. That's 8 times 2. That's 16. So this whole fraction simplifies into x to the 20 out of 16 m to the 16. And this is our solution. That's all.